Now gather round while I elucidate on what goes on when it gets late. Along about midnight, the ghosts and banshees get together for a jamboree. There's ghosts with horns and saucer eyes. Some have fangs about their size. Some short and fat, some tall and thin, and some don't even bother to wear their skin.
I'm a-telling you, brother, it's a fearful sight just to see what goes on in the night.
When the spooks have a midnight jamboree, they break it up with a fiendish glee.
Ghosts are bad, but the one that's cursed is the headless horseman. He's the worst.
When he goes jogging across the land, holding his noggin right in his hand, demons take one look and groan.
Then they hit the road for parts unknown.
Well, there's no rage like a spook that's burned.
The ghost don't like a man, he's really burned.
He swears to the longest day he's dead.
Well, I'll show them that I can get ahead.
Wow, 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 wow.
So close all the windows,
Lock all the doors.
unless you're careful, why he'll get yours.
Don't think he'll hesitate a bit, cause he'll clip your top if it will fit.
He likes them little, he likes them big. Part him in the middle or wear a wig.
Black or white or even red.
The headless horseman needs a head.
With a hip, hip, hip and a clippity-clop.
Why, he's out looking for a head to chop. So don't stop to figure out a plan, 'cause you can't reason with a headless man.
With a hip, hip, hop and a clippity-clop. Look out!
We know what we're talking about, believe me. You better watch your cues, but take a look at the people who ignored the old good book. Change your ways, you'll find it pays, 'cause you can't be a haint if you ain't kinda crazed, I guess you'd say. Take our word, we know what we're talking about. You know, this is a pretty spooky thing we're doing here. You don't mind if I turn on another light, do you?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Sunday Night Chill and Chat here at Haunters Anonymous. As always, I always say this, James is sitting right here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry about the weird random black screen, and it's a whole thing right now.
It's a whole different thing. How did everybody like the new song? We have an announcement we'll make later on once we get some folks in here. Trying something a little different, changing things up.
Hey, Keith. Hey, Reginald. Hey, Roberta. Thanks for the share. Hey, Max. What's going on? I'm not here having to work, but Danny just sent me.
Yeah.
I know.
We haven't seen it yet because we were having to, get on stream. But, yeah. Since you're raging. Is this are these videos on Instagram? Because I'm not bigly huge into Instagram. Can you go back and watch them later, or is this something like once it's passed, or?
No, you should be able to watch it whenever.
I mean, because I'd like to rage along with Mark.
Max, I will look into that, sir. Hey, 13. Keith, Did you want to be excluded from the drawing for the basket, or do you want to be included? Because I mean, by all means, you should be included, but it's your call. Danny said it's a story, so it expires in 24 hours. So you have 24 hours to go back and watch something that's going to annoy you.
You know what else is going to expire 24 hours after it starts? Is Scream and Stream their first night. Hey, 13. Did you hear the new song tonight? Did you just pop in? And we know you love our opening song.
and don't worry, it's not a permanent thing either.
Oh, I don't know why. I mean, there's plenty there to choose from now.
Yeah, no, I mean that one particular song.
Screen record it. Yeah, Danny, make some magic happen. Let's spread the love. Why the hell would anybody want to record a video that expired in 24 hours on the internet? And what's the point?
All right, Keith. I will not add you to the list.
Wait a minute. Oh, you need to watch it right now. I'm not going to watch it right now.
Why do you guys want us to drive? Like, why do you want us to go off right now? You're not even here. You're not even going to be here to listen to it. You'd have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, let's let Danny record it on VHS, and then we'll watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know anything else about it. I want it to go away.
I do. Now I'm just kind of, if it's making Mark, because if now the deal is Mark will rage about it and won't know what the hell he's talking about. I'll watch it. I'll give you cliff notes. 13 says, sorry, I still love the other song. We have a interesting announcement in a little bit.
And go back and listen to it for all time. Speaking of, you can also listen to it on pretty much all the major podcast streaming systems. Zach, what's up, man?
What's up, Zach? I made a big point on getting Friday's charity stream on YouTube and on the podcast. So that is actually up because that was fantastic. Oh, God, here we go. So Mark says they put a damn chainsaw in your window now. Not really, but damn close. Okay.
Well, that's why they have the whole waiver for...
Yeah. If they crack your jaw open with a chainsaw, then your insurance will obviously pay for it. Health insurance will cover all cost of a concussion from a chainsaw.
Oh, by the way, anybody that's interested in being a part of our D&D night that we're gonna do, we need to have a meeting, I think, on Tuesday. It'll be like 30 minutes, maybe 45. It's not going to be a stream or anything. It's going to be a closed meeting because we need to choose characters and everything.
Yeah, we'll remind folks, I guess.
Yeah, I'll make a post about it too. But just want to give everybody the heads up. Tuesday night.
Reginald said Los Angeles Hayride canceled their drive-through. Their drive-through haunted house, and instead is doing a haunted drive-in. You stay in your car, and the actors go around you into the store on the screen. They stole my idea.
Yeah, that's probably because they weren't allowed to do it. If there's any state that's gonna, actually be on top of it, it's gonna be California. I think the other places will catch up.
Yeah,
I know, Zach. I just didn't want to tell people that. It depends. Once they have their character down, then I guess they could probably bounce.
And wait, when is this going to be?
Maximus6 said, "Go like the trio
Hold on,
of
we got a
Terra
card.
Page and join their group."
Okay.
Max playing his cards. Tuesday night.
Okay. Oh, okay. It'll be a hurricane party.
Yeah, well, that's right. You won't have anything else to do anyway. You'll be
I'll be in the
drowning.
house.
You'll be swimming
Yeah,
around
I'll
the.
be going up and down my street, backstroking. Actually, we don't flood, so it's all good. We don't flood here. Hey, Primo.
Hey, Primo, what's up, man?
How's everybody doing, by the way? Who's all Danny, I know that you're probably maybe still going through some of that tropical Sally thing. How's the weather there? Oh
Tropical Sally.
Wait a minute. So if those people did the Scream and Stream thing, then I wonder if it was pouring down rain and or were they going through a mud bog?
You had to build a camera stand. Listen, Zach, your dedication to this is just astounding, man. Thank you, a ton. I mean, I'm sure you'll probably get other uses out of it, but if nothing else, maybe we can start something up. We'll just do it over on Haunters Anonymous Gaming.
Yes, I was going to say it's probably not just going to be one thing, and it may entice a lot more people to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, something's going on here. I'm going to have to change.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's like all kinds of noise. All right, so don't pin anything tonight. How's that? Because when something's pinned, I have no chat room.
Yeah, I don't need to. Man, what is taking so long with the freaking Treat Town? These guys, they're taking forever.
What? Who?
See, it's been so long, you forgot about it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're not going to start it up until October. See, Max says, opening night, September 25th. I'm so out of shape. First night, it's going to kill me.
Is it a hurricane already?
I don't know. Is it?
Reginald said it's Hurricane Sally now.
Okay. It'll turn into Mustang Sally later.
I've had that in my head for like probably 30 or 40 minutes now.
Danny says it's been raining all day. My street is flooded but still manageable. Wow, if it's a hurricane now, that's way sooner than they expected. Let's pull up AccuWeather, shall we?
Says not until I know, but they haven't released any kind of they said they were gonna do email updates and stuff. I haven't seen a single email update about it. It's September 13th. Come on.
Yeah, what the hell?
Get with it. Anybody found the Hocus Pocus cookies yet or no? I know you haven't.
I looked again today. They don't exist.
It's completely fabricated online.
It's 100%. Oh yeah, that thing is huge. That thing is about 2/3 the size of Florida. Wow. We have a big blob of rain over us right now.
Man,
Dan made a video. Oh God.
it's such a, I don't know. I feel out of it tonight on the stream because Friday was there was so much information flying around everywhere.
Friday was absolutely mind-blowing.
Really was. It was great. We do have to do our we're going to do our drawing for the basket tonight.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to do the shirt one on Wednesday simply because there was 18 people. What's that? I'm going to have to wait. I don't know what that was. I got an alert, but I missed it. So I'm going to have to wait till it shows up on the stream. Oh, Max. Purchased 5 packs. Thanks, Max.
Oh, there's the asterisk. A little bit later on, we'll have the Capitalization queen.
Opening night, September 25th. I'm so out of shape. First night is gonna kill me. Yeah, that's always how it is, though. It takes a couple weeks.
Everybody's glad that Halloween Horror Nights isn't happening, so nobody has to do that.
Why? Why must you do this to me? And you guys are on it with the
Cornelius
cards
wants
tonight.
to remind everyone to go like 13 skeletons.
Go like 13 skeletons.
Let's see. Mike's weather page is not showing anything quite yet. Oh, there we go. I'm glad I'm finally learning the new Facebook, so it's not so bad.
I keep going back to old. I go back to classic every time.
Aren't they cutting that off pretty soon, or?
Yeah, but I'm gonna fight it till the bitter end. I'm glad I don't have to cook for HHN. Yeah. Oh, no pizza fries this year. Well, I guess they're doing them in Florida at least for daytime guests. Go like Primo the Clown page. Yeah, do go like Primo's page also if you have not done so.
Primo, post the link, man. Post it in the comments. Danny, how long? Yeah, sorry, we're both yawning, y'all. It's just been kind of a crazy couple of days.
Chuck, what's up, man?
Chuck, there he is.
How you been?
Dude, Chuck, kind of worrying us there, Chuck. You doing all right?
I can only imagine what diabetes suite they would have had this year. They probably would have just done the s'more pizza fries again. Because, you know, it's hard to come up with new stuff.
Ugh. I really enjoyed the deep fried Oreos, even though they were really expensive, but I really enjoyed them. I ate them in abundance.
Good old DFOs.
DFOs. Wonder if they're going to serve turkey legs during the day. Do they sell turkey legs during the day in a regular? Yeah, Max, you missed the charity stream, but like James said, you can actually view it here on Facebook, or you can easier watch on YouTube, or it is a podcast. We are on all of the major podcasting platforms. But yeah, we did a 3-hour stream Friday night. If you want a better explanation, I should just shut up and let James actually tell you about it.
Well, I mean, you pretty much nailed it. Spike, what's up, man? Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, so we did a charity stream, and all the everybody donated to 3 Hots and a Cot. It's a organization that helps get homeless veterans on their feet, gives them a place to stay, gives them like tools for them to start improving their lives. We actually raised $400 in about an hour and 45 minutes. So it was pretty ridiculous. Everybody was super generous. It was a good time. We were totally honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Max, if you get a chance, and you have a chance, like I said, go revisit it because it was a fantastic stream.
Yeah, it definitely is. So how are the haunts this weekend? What's the word? How's the whole social distancing thing going on? I'm afraid to ask, honestly, but
Yeah, if your answer is going to be we didn't, just tell us you did and just lie to us.
Yeah,
'cause-
please just lie and say everything is wonderful and people are following all the rules and there's no issues.
Lie. You were all like rolling naked in hand sanitizer or whatever you want to say. Everybody, please, Primo is giving out autographs again tonight, so definitely get a hold of him.
Aaron has no voice. If you watch Science Behind the Scare, he had somebody from the National Voice something Institute, and she showed you how to do exercises to prevent that. But I'm glad it went well.
Max says he's not going to lie to us. I'm kind of worried.
All right, let's pretend I didn't ask that question. Let's just move on.
Nope. Now I'm curious. Kind of like I need to watch that video from Danny at some point.
I don't know, man. Hold on, I gotta mute myself. There's gonna be so much noise.
Okay. Up, muted. Ooh, the photo I sent you should explain at one haunt what happened.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Uh-oh. Did you send a... Wait, did I miss something? Did you send a photo? Did he send a photo? Max, did you send a photo? Oh, let me see the photo. Let me go see if I can find the photo.
We're actually doing pretty great over at Devil's Attic. That's great, man. Good. Keep it up. We support every single haunt that does everything they can possibly do to ensure a good, solid, safe opening and uses their brain. But the list of places we actually endorse is getting shorter by the minute.
It's dwindling, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't look at Max's picture.
Danny, thanks for the packs.
Thanks, Danny. Don't look at Max's picture he sent us.
Oh, good grief.
No, don't look at that. Yeah, Max, I see what you meant. Oh God, he sent another one. Oh boy. Oh boy. This may become a rager. James may turn this into a rager. Why don't you just watch the video from Scream and Stream and just get it over with? Ah, Jesus. Let's see. Let's look at these other pictures, folks.
What the? See. Hold on. Where was this?
Why does it look like Halloween Horror Nights all of a sudden?
Seriously.
During a non-pandemic. And I see one person with a mask on.
Oh my God.
She's really short. That's too many people. That's too many people. That's too many people. They're too far together. Too close together. Too close together.
Man, I'm going to get acid indigestion from this. I can tell already.
Look at now those people. Y'all can't see it, so I'll describe it. There's a picture of a ton of people crotch to ass in a line. But in the foreground, there's two women on a bench who are sitting about 3 feet apart with masks on halfway. Good for them. Good for those people. Max said, Dark Q had its distance, actually the mask kept the distance, but the haunted photos I sent you obviously did not. Did you guys see the picture I sent?
I did.
Yeah, Primo.
Yeah, they were awesome, man.
Yeah, we reacted to that. I don't know how to say it.
Hey,
Sounds
Max,
like I'm old.
are these can I show these things on stream? Like, for examples as to what not to do at a haunt? I need your permission before I do.
Yeah, Max, can we show the pictures on the stream? If not, that's fine. But we don't want to twist your arm or anything. Reginald, yeah. Well, Keith says better than ass to mouth. There might be some of that in this picture because they're so close together. Max says sure.
All right,
Thanks,
cool.
Max.
Thanks, Max. Let me get one set up here. Hold on. Got to go into
Now,
studio mode.
Oh, not the one that has a haunt name. Just I want to say that out loud so you would know not the haunt name, which is the pink one, the one with the pink sign. And the two women. The one that has the two women on the bench in the front and the sign in the back is lit in pink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Which is really a purple. I'm gonna call it pink because it looks pink. Yeah, we got you covered, Max. Now, I will say that the one that, and for good reason, I know Max doesn't want to show that one. It is one of the better ones that shows just how crowded it is. But the other ones do a good job, too. This is what you do not do at a haunt. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of them doing it. Obviously.
So, the one on the very end that he sent, the third photo, that one's perfectly fine. I don't see a sign in that one.
Well, the one that's got the two ladies on the bench in the front.
Yeah, that's the one that's got the name in it, right?
Yeah. But that's the one he's talking about.
All right. Yeah, I use the last one because it's to me it shows the largest number of people in the least amount of space.
Welcome back, Chuck. Somebody took Keith's pink name. Uh-oh. Chuck got a bad phone call. Everything all right, man? Hopefully so.
Who took your pink name? I didn't see anybody taking your pink name.
Yes, I think Reginald has it.
Oh.
I was getting ready to say something. I'm like,
Let me get this photo up.
Hey, Max. While James clickety clacks the buttons, I'm guessing that they were not doing time ticketing. Was this just buy a ticket and get in line at this event? It does not look like a time ticketed event.
Oh, Chuck, that's unfortunate, man.
Oh no, James, Max just in an edited version you can use. He probably cut the sign out.
I got the one on stream. That's I
put that one up to the other one because it shows like how crowded. That is pretty crowded.
There's literally 3 people directly in that line of sight right there with no mask on. Oh, you said no, the haunt's name was in pink. Gotcha.
Max said, yeah, you just go on in. VIP was an hour and a half wait. Jesus.
Look at this, though. This is insanity.
Reginald said that's infuriating, which it is. That, my dear children, is called a super spreader event. And in all seriousness, this is what James and I have been really, really worried about, because if contact tracing, if people get sick and then contact tracing puts it back to this event, that is what will kill haunted attractions this year. This kind of thing will kill haunted attractions this year. That is not an exaggeration. That is not me overstating things. I guarantee you, and this is what I was also personally concerned with, is seeing pictures like this as things open. This could very well literally eliminate all the haunted attractions this year across every state if contact tracing shows that this was a super spreader event.
I don't get it, man.
Yep. I don't either. But for a couple haunted attractions for a month or two, the ones that have said they're going to open, they put all these things in place, all of these, we're going to do this. And obviously it was one big fat ass lie.
There's the other one.
Yeah. Well, Reginald, Los Angeles, they did ban it, and then the day after, ban Halloween, then the day after they walked back. But they may actually see stuff like this and decide that they should. It's like the lady on the left-hand side on that bench has got her mask half off.
Oh my God, man.
This also means that they're probably doing a conga line inside.
All right, get that crap off of the screen.
Aside from the fact that all these people are probably going to get sick, was it a good haunt? Was it worth it? I'm just curious if it was actually any good. Hopefully it was. Max said, yes, they sent 100 of us in at one time.
Jeez.
At one point. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. Aaron says, off topic, but I forgot to show you all another character I mostly finished. Really all you need to do is fully complete this. My meat hook and buddy of mine is forging for me, and Bloody done. It's cool. Max says, yeah, Reginald said super conga line. Chuck is raising a kitten, white Persian. Cool.
Wait.
Max says no. To my question, if it was a good haunt, no, it was not. The actors stared at us and pointed because they just opened the doors. Since the line was so long, they didn't act on us. Well,
they're like, it's so busy they don't even know what to do. They're just like, what? Just send them through.
Max, what was it? Yeah. This is a social distancing. Take your money and just stand here. Max, what was the general admission and VIP ticket price? Por favor, just out of curiosity.
Aaron,
cost for...
if you have pictures, send it to us, dude. And if you want, I could put it on the stream. Up to you.
I want to know how much these people got charged to get COVID. See, the last photo I sent you was the queue line from Malice Manor in Indiana, taped to 6 feet apart.
Now, see, that's the way to do it, man.
Put that one up if you can.
It's a perfect example.
$20 general admission and $35 VIP. I'd ask for a refund.
Jeez, dude. All right, well, I'm happy that at least somewhere was being responsible.
There's going to be some places that are going to do it right. I mean, there's some places that are going to, talk the talk and then not do any of it just to get the people there. And then when the people get there, the people are, whatever, it's okay. It's okay. But I guarantee you, I'm going to make a prediction. The very first week of October, we're going to start hearing of super spreader events of haunts like that last one that opened mid-September. We'll start hearing it. Oh, very cool. That's very well done.
Now, what's the distance between switchbacks?
Well, if you look at the tape, there's no.
Because if somebody's standing on the chain, on either side of the chain. What's up, Slasher?
Hey, Slasher. We're doing good, man. How are you doing? The thing is
that's awesome, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
That his wife's out of the hospital.
Very good. Very good. That's good to hear. Hope she's doing better. I'll give him kudos for doing the tape, but that's, the joke is that like everybody thinks that COVID only works front to back or back to front, not side to side.
They could be. No, I mean, obviously by the tape they're not, but
somebody will...
Skip every other row.
Somebody will mention it. Probably to this haunt, somebody will say, "Hey, just let you know," you know. And really, if anything else, they should have staggered the tape.
Yeah.
Staggered it. But I still give them kudos for trying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Credit is due on that one.
Jim, just reiterate, we're very happy about your wife being out of the hospital, man. That's good to hear. Reginald said, question is, are they limiting how many in a group? All right, let's ask Max. Max, this particular haunt that did the tape, were they limiting group numbers? Max says, Fairfield and St. Clairsville, Ohio had you stay in your car. Very good. Time ticketed. Very good. Then security guy came and got you. Interesting. Then you sat in these cubbies apart from the others until it was your turn to go. Well, good.
Wow. Chuck
Okay.
once said, go like the trio of Terra
I wouldn't
Page
spend the
and
money on
join their
security
group.
coming to get you. I
Hold
would
on,
do
we got a
like
card.
text message.
All right, you're good. You're good now.
Okay. Oops, sorry, bye.
Well, no, it's just that
Reginald
they
said-
can't hear you when the card's playing because it's plays
That's just-
audio plays over you.
There's probably some people really happy about that. Reginald says, I think you need more than 6 feet if you got 10 people standing next to each other in the same group. Yeah, I could see that. Nobody's going to do it, but I agree with you. Slasher says, chilling and killing, I'm great. That is awesome.
Nice.
Jim said, I'm very happy that
Chuck
she's
once
home,
said,
but she's got
haunted
a long road ahead of
honeymooners
her
remember
for
to look
recovery.
at
Well,
the camera.
Jim, I'm sure she'll do fine. The best thing is that she's home
Yep.
with you.
That's where the healing takes
So-
place.
Yeah. So it's all good since she's home.
Chuck figured out the cards apparently.
All right. You're very welcome, Jim. Well, like I said, we're glad that she's home. The road to recovery. That's perfect. Max says, no more than 6 people in a group. We had 10, so 2 groups of 5. I'll be damned. There's some places that are going to be like, y'all can just go ahead and do it. That's good. It sounds like this particular haunt is really doing everything they can.
Yeah.
Slasher says, I work at a haunt. Which haunt do you work at, Slasher, or do you want to say? Yeah, I think you should totally say now that you posed for.
The haunt that didn't distance us, apparently groups of 100 was acceptable. It's funny because it's so frustrating. For every place that's like Fearfield, there's probably 30 places like that place you went to that had 100 people going through at one time. Slasher works at a haunt in Palestine, Texas called Fright Night. That's cool. Are you guys open?
And while you answer that, do you know Jabby? Jabby, the overly horned up clown? I think Fright Night is on my list of likes.
I'm 100% certain it is.
Slasher is Fright Night in Palestine, Texas. Are they strictly observing some COVID safety precautions? While you answer that, Maxim says Fairfield even had plexiglass installed under drop windows on the inside. I didn't think it was possible. I'll be damned. You know what? I'm sure Fairfield's in my thing too. That's awesome. I'll have to go check them out and see how their pictures are. Hopefully, this is the other thing too, is hopefully the haunts that are doing like Fairfield does and actually adhering to their own rules and doing their best to keep everybody safe. Hopefully they don't decide that midway through the season it's a big pain in the ass and they start like slacking off. That's my other fear, that some haunts will be doing really good and they'll just start kind of getting more and more lax towards the end, which is really bad because the closer you get to Halloween, that's when the crowds really want to start going crotch to ass on each other. Slasher says, I believe we are. Excuse me, y'all. My goodness. It's a hurricane. I believe we are, and that name does sound familiar, and yes, we are. I cannot remember where Jabby lives in Texas. Jabby the Clown lives
Houston.
in Texas. He lives in Houston. There you go. James has the contact cards. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, no, it's just his mouth is loud enough that you can hear it across all of Texas. So,
yeah, Jabby may pop in a little bit or may be busy.
there may be some other clown business happening around Facebook he might be on.
You know, official clown business. We're here on official clown business. Don't mock us.
Don't mock us.
I'm
You know what? I'm linking Fearfield. I'm gonna put a link in Fearfield because they deserve it.
Man, as soon as you pin that, it's gonna eat up half.
I'm
of
not
my
gonna pin it.
comments.
I'm just gonna post it.
I know that sounded being so mean and so like self-centered, but I don't understand why Facebook doesn't give me a full screen of comment section. And I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I've clicked everywhere.
No, I only get about
Like,
7 comments on the screen.
What's funny is if I got like just a big monitor and turned it into portrait mode. Like when I was using my tablet, I had I had lines of it on the tablet, but here on a 27-inch monitor, the damn video screen is 2/3 of the real estate or more. And then I have to see where we're on Sunday Night Chill Stream. I have to see who we are, which is Hunter Anonymous, and I got to see and I have actually like 1, 2, 3. I have 3 lines of chat.
Oh, really? Damn.
That's it.
That's weird.
I mean,
There's got to be some kind of
easy.
setting because I've got 7
yeah.
right now.
How big is your monitor?
I think 32 inches.
Well, it's like where you put the chat like in the video. I have like 10 lines, and I don't. It's just the whole thing's ridiculous. Anyway, enough of that chatter. Slasher says LOL, as we all do. Max says, Dark View, I couldn't believe it. I got scared by actors 6 feet away. Oh, that's awesome. Well, then they're doing it right.
Yeah.
So says, my human has a lot of other characters as well, but this one was the first one to use at Fright Night.
There you go.
Well, way to talk about yourself in third person, dude. I actually love it. That's awesome. I'm not even joking. Sound like a joke, but I was actually being serious.
It's not how big your monitor is.
If this is Friday night, I would
Going to bed.
use a couple of F-bombs because I'd say like it's how Facebook actually blankety blank blanks it, but that's okay.
All right. Riley's going to bed.
Oh, that's all good. Is it school night? It's awfully early.
It's Sunday there, Chiefo.
Oh, it is actually Sunday. Jeez. Let's see here. Max says, I heard the ladies love a bigger monitor.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I would like to have more than 3 lines of chat on mine, so I can't even make a joke out of it because I just like to have more than 3 lines of chat. I should take a screenshot. And show you what it looks like. But I'm too lazy to actually do it, so there you go. Danny says it's debatable. Okay. Okie dokie then. So Danny, you say it's been raining all day today, huh? How many more days of rain y'all supposed to get as this thing moves? Do you know? I will say here, since we've been on stream, the temperature has dropped about 7 degrees outside.
Oh, so it's only 98 degrees.
Exactly, instead of
Nice.
100,000. Here's a weird thing too: is like after the storm passes, we're supposed to be in the mid 80s,
Really?
which I feel to be an extreme lie, but we'll see.
Maybe for a day.
Well, it's given like several days, and the mornings have been pretty nice, but Reginald, more than 3 lines are we Charlie Sheen today, but I'm bummed. I know, right? Winning. Max is winning. Yeah, I don't know. I have looked at every setting I could find, and I see nothing. I'll change my screen. There you go. I'll just do that. But see what else is going on.
Speaking of winning, we should probably go ahead and do that drawing real quick while we're sitting
Oh,
here.
there you go.
Oh, it's gonna take me a second to get this
Are
stupid.
you using the spinny wheel?
Yeah, the spinning wheel.
All right, you get that set up. Danny says all day today, in reference to the rain, and cleared up this evening a bit, but now super humid. Supposed to rain all day again tomorrow and most Tuesday. Yeah, we had a couple of bouts of rain today. Sometimes hard, but not very long. But I was sitting in here and I looked out and it was perfectly sunny, and then all of a sudden it just started pouring down rain while it was sunny. I walked outside and I literally just, the humidity was like 5,000%.
Maximus 6 wants to recognize all of the dreams Mark has crushed.
It was probably about that much.
Max just played the Mark's Dream Crusher.
Reginald says, wish it would rain on the West Coast. The entire side of the West Coast is on fire. Yeah, Reginald, I literally wish we could just pick up this hurricane and just plop it right down on top of California.
Let's see,
Blaster
there's
says,
Shattered, Twisted Joker, the Dark One of Texas, T-Bone, the Skeleton Clown, and Drac Lovine, the Lost. That's cool. That's a lot of characters.
That's very cool,
All right, I'm just gonna do it. So whoever wins gets the what's up pile is gonna get the basket.
though. All right.
I gotta wait till it pops up on the screen. I'm not even gonna say who it was.
I feel like I should be clicking something. Oh,
Oh,
you're clicking something.
it's something. Something's happening. You're not even gonna believe who
Close.
won.
It's gonna be Mark. My guess is Mark.
Danny.
Oh, that's awesome. Danny
Danny won the
basket.
prize. Look, this is the first time you've won, though. So, congratulations, Danny.
Yeah, congratulations, Danny. That's awesome.
Now I just have to
Right, Mark.
coordinate to get everything sent to me so I can send it to you.
Yeah, so don't expect it for a while.
Yeah, it'll
'cause-
be like next Halloween you'll get it, but you'll get it.
and then everybody else on there will get some stickers.
So I just played the rude card too. That's awesome. I gotta see who that was. Good one. That was a good one, Reginald.
You'll get it before Christmas.
Yeah, of next year. Danny, what do you want from Science? He said he has a unisex t-shirt a coffee mug or a mouse pad with his logo on it. Oh, Mark, Danny won the giveaway basket. So Danny's getting the apple, one of Keith's locks.
Oh, you see what Keith said? Is Keith sending the lock directly to her, or is he sending it to you?
That's entirely up to him. I mean, she would get it faster, I guess, if they all send it to her directly, and it would save me shipping. So
that's true.
I'll
Keith
just coordinate with Science and get him to ship it directly to you, and then I'll get you the T-shirt from us sent to you.
Yeah, so coordinate with Keith, I guess. Of course, Mark says, "Oh hell no!" Right after he said Danny won, and she did. Danny wants a coffee mug. Yeah, congratulations, Danny. Slasher says, "Yes, like I said, has a lot of characters. That was a few of them, but my human has. That's awesome."
All right, I'll let him know that you want the coffee mug, and then I'll have him send it to you. And then I'll have to get Vic to get a hold of you so that Vic can send it to you directly. Yeah, you can DM Nick. It doesn't matter. I'll let him know just so he knows that like you actually want it.
Mark's like private message everybody. Yeah. Give me. Oh, it's raining. Okay, that's why it got cooler. Sorry, random thought. Yeah, congratulations, Danny. All right. Yeah, Max, you're gonna win the camera thing because you're still number one right now, right?
I think he is, yeah.
Cool. I just would like everybody to know that we probably would have won had it not been for the most stupid
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist 2. I think that was actually that was meant to flub us up.
It's funny because I knew like the harder ones, but then it just got to like the Poltergeist. I'm like, I don't like that movie, so.
A can of soda was a demon drinking in Poltergeist 2. Who the hell knows, Nick?
We got a Flame of Doom request. There we go.
Oh, Flame of Doom, it's been a while. Danny, Key says you can message Vic also on Facebook. God, Poltergeist 2, I swear to God.
Hey, David.
Hey, David. I'll be talking about that till like next year. Max bribe Nick. It's all good. He's not on here again. Nick's not with us. Hope he's all right.
What the heck, Nick? He's probably busy this weekend. Haunts abound.
Yeah, we are kind of getting into the thick of things, or the beginning of the thick of things. We're getting into the beginning of the super spreader events around the United States.
I mean, we might as well just start doing it on Monday. Do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well, yeah, we can talk about changing it. And that would be fine with me, since every other weekend I either go to the parents on Saturday or Sunday. But if you want to talk to one of the other characters, Slasher, that's completely up to you. You're the summoner of characters.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Chuck is going to the castle in Muskogee. Is that correct? Oklahoma on the 3rd of October. Sweet. Oh, yeah, Mark would love it on a Monday. We'll talk about. We'll see how we'll see what the. I know that a lot of haunts now are just opening, all these massively different days just to try and make some moolah on their crotch to assness. We'll see. Flame of Doom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Ellen. Ellen, you want some sushi?
Sushi. Burgushi. It's the best of two worlds.
Burgushi. I said that sounded vaguely wrong.
What, Bergucci?
Bergucci. Pyle says Chainer's Field of Screams can't wait for opening night. When they're opening, Pyle? I can't say that. Scream and Whatnot pushed back their opening. Did they really, Mark? Did they say why? Is it because their entire road is nothing but mud? I would love to have some sushi right now.
Had a
While we
friend
talk,
go to Screamageddon the other night and said it was really cool.
Sweet. Did they tell you if they were practicing social distancing? Sushi Belushi.
25th and 26th. Cool. It's because you can't talk to any of them. They all banned you.
Well, we all know what this means. Let me open up another tab on my 27-inch screen that won't handle more than 3 damn chat comments. And let's go to Scream and Whatnot and see what's going on.
Oh, they finally updated their page. Looks a little fancier now. They must have got some money.
I'm laughing because the same person that just told us that they're pushing their time back may be the same person that the reason why they're pushing their time back. I just thought about that.
None of them will talk to him. I love the fact that like he's blocked from pretty much all of them.
Yeah, that's pathetic. I'm sorry if you can't. Wait a minute, where is he seeing the pushback? Mark, did you see? Hey, Mark and Danny, did you see the musical video that Scream and Whatnot put out?
Why did you send that to me, by the way?
I don't know why I sent it twice. Somehow it was like bam. I'm like, God, James is gonna get PO'd. She said Mark said that at Scream Again, she said they all had masks, but she also said she was shoved in an oven. So,
what's up, T-Bone? The skeleton clown. That's one of the other personas.
What's up, T-Bone? T-Bone, the skeleton clown.
That's the other persona of the human that is controller of Slasher.
T-Bone, do you know Jabby? I'm Josh. Josh? Just kidding.
Science
Mark said
Behind
at
the
least I
Scare
thought
wants to
Screaming-
shout out, sorry
Screaming
I'm late and
Whatnot
missed the last stream.
Was supposed
Whether
to
'tis
open on
nobler in the
17th,
mind
now
to
it's on the
suffer.
25th. I
Hold
don't
on.
see
Slings
where
and
they
arrows of
Hold on.
outrageous fortune,
Got a long ass
or to take arms
card
against
playing.
a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them.
It was Science. Science here. What's up, Science? Now you can go ahead with your thing. That's one of the cards that has it reads the message because it's a shout
I
out card.
noticed it didn't have the skitsy or the skeeting or whatever one. Mark, I can't remember when they were supposed to open, but without scrolling through, I don't see a date change. Mark says no, send that to me immediately so I can watch many hours from. No?
Science. Danny won the giveaway for our basket from the charity stream. She said she wants a coffee mug. So you can, I guess she'll message you to get her address. Much appreciated.
Drag a corpse with you can be safe. Wow. Mark, I sent that to you in the super secret Danny Hates Us chat.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Mark, who has handle on houses? Screamageddon?
Yeah, he said somebody pushed the girl into an oven or something.
See, that they shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. So whatever Screamageddon is doing to try and be safe, they're now on my hit list. Reginald says, I don't know why, but sometimes hands-on houses rub me the wrong way. Reginald, I don't like hands-on houses. I know people do, and we're definitely not talking about who shall not be named type thing. But I don't want you touching me, pandemic or not. Stay away from me because it's dangerous. What if you were getting ready to like as an actor, grab me by the back of my head, and I just happen to turn around and you poke my eyes out for real, like not even, or punch me in the mouth. It's no. What if you're, what if you're a guy or a girl, and you just don't appreciate it, or you turn around and you get touched, in your chest region? There's girls and guys that don't like that, or lower. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth, because I've seen a few haunts that have actually had issues with that. Wait, what did I miss? Shit, I'm in wrong.
Lee jumped in and said, nobody wants to touch MD.
Well, hell no.
Zach said Jabby likes touching himself. He didn't say himself, but he said touching. I added himself.
Hey, Lee. Lee's absolutely right. That's why I don't go. Lee, are you ready for the storm? I went to your favorite Walmart today. I didn't see you there. I didn't see my Hocus Pocus cookies either. So if you're literally going there and buying all the damn Hocus Pocus cookies, and I find out, I'll come shank you.
What if I tickle you?
Now that I've said that, she's gonna kill me. No, I'm not. I'm not ticklish. Ooh, chat is going super fast. That's why it sucks to only have 3 lines of chat.
Got all the snacks.
Yeah, I went to Walmart and Big Lots. I got all kinds of stuff. I got 2 pounds of honey roasted peanuts at Big Lots. Just now everybody knows that, so there you go. Let's see. Science Max says 12 days. Oh God, I missed what that even means.
I think till they open.
Nope. All right. Don't lie to me about those Hocus Pocus cookies, Lee. I know you're not. I'm playing with you.
Has anybody found them? Nobody's found them, right? I haven't seen them anywhere.
No, I don't know what the hell. I mean, you would think they'd be out by now, but a friend of mine posted about some waffles that are 2 different flavors, and they're Halloween flavor or something. Mark, I love honey. I got 2 pounds of honey roasted peanuts, and they're really good for like $5. I was like, yeah, in a big old can. Don't touch the no square. Yeah, that's right, pal. Reginald says cookie shankings now. Is this a carny worker at the gathering of damn it. Oh my God. Scrolled too fast.
Cookie shankings now. Is this a carny worker at the gathering of the Juggalos stabbing arrived owner because he took his pizza?
That's exactly what this is.
So is there any decision on changing the nights of the stream? We literally just talked about it for a moment. Here's the issue. Everybody has their pre-designated nights that they stream. And us changing ours, I don't want to interfere with other people's. Mostly because I watch everyone else's. So, I don't know.
I think that the thing is, and I agree with James, we will definitely have to talk about it. But, we said a while ago that as we get closer to the season rolling, the stream's going to be a little bit different. And like James said, I mean, he watches, which I'm glad he does, because I can't seem to sit down and be able to stop what I'm doing, but to watch some of these things. If it gets to a strange point where there's a night where all of y'all are having to not be here because the season is upon us, we may eliminate a night, not change it, but just eliminate it. That would be my thoughts on it. Or we'll do it and it'll be a much shorter stream for the folks that can still come by.
And I know, Sunday and Fridays are going to be the issue days, but it's like there just aren't enough days in between days. So, like, we're either going to end up doing like double nights or something.
Well, yeah. God, double nights. No. No.
I mean, like, we'd end up doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or some crap.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like the spread. I must have the spread to regenerate. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. It was kind of important. Oh, and science and everybody else, of course. I know it's always fun to be here live and with the active chat, but there again, if you miss a stream and you're like, oh my God, I really wanted to listen to it, maybe because we had a guest on or something, you can always watch it on Facebook, or if you want to make it easier for yourself, it'll be on YouTube, so you can follow the chat. Or if you're not worried about the chat, but you have a favorite podcast arena, it'll be on podcast. Not every single one of these, I don't think, is going to make it to a podcast. Just because some of them would be so hard to follow audio wise. But all the ones where we had guests and stuff we'll definitely have. And then just the random ones, like tonight. Tonight would be a random one put up there.
We need to get. I need to start looking for another home haunter to have as a guest.
James, I think that one that I sent you today would be a good one.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be pretty cool. I'll have to reach out to him.
Science says, I just finished my second season. The National Center for Voice and Speech was my last show. Yeah, we talked about that, or James talked about that, because we had somebody in here that lost their voice and they should have watched your stream.
And I even said you should have watched the Science Behind the Scare stream, but you weren't here to get the plug, so.
So Science, when you say the last show, does that mean that you're no more shows for this season because you'll be out and about? Or
did you just start a new season? I don't. Yeah, I'm not following the season thing. So what is the season for you exactly?
Yeah, James and I've had like 50 seasons already.
Dude, this is what, 72, 73?
Yeah, this will be 72.
72 live streams.
And boy, do I have the gray hairs to
reach out and touch me.
Jesus. Danny says I have zero social life, which is why I started listening to these. I'm not sure to be offended or
right.
But I'm so thankful because it's way more fun. Well, appreciate that, Danny. I'm playing with it. And cheaper than going out. Now I'm offended again. I'm kidding. And most of y'all are awesome. Well, you're awesome too, Danny. We enjoy the streams, even the ragers.
Wow.
Reginald Cornelius wants to remind you to go show Science Behind the Scare some love.
Reginald played a science card. I should have made it whenever he's here that he has to spout out a random fact, but
Science says I start in June and end at the beginning of haunt season. Okay.
So you're not doing it again till June?
What kind of BS is that, Science?
what the hell kind of vacation are you taking, man?
Oh, I just June to the middle of June. That's my season.
June to September. What are you? Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I almost got political.
Oh my God. All There's a lot of touching going on in chat. I don't understand.
I noticed. You're not supposed to touch each other. There's a freaking virus going around.
Chuck says one night one of our actors got hit. I can't believe it was just one night.
Yeah,
that happens a lot.
So frequently.
Yeah, but this year nobody should be able to hit anybody. Nobody should be touching and or shoving people into any sort of container. I don't understand what part of pandemic people are still having issues with. Oh my God, Pyle! Now I got that song in my head.
Is that Neil Diamond?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
it is. I think it's Neil Diamond.
I'm singing it in my head, so we'll just go ahead and say you're right.
It's Neil Diamond.
Wait a minute. Wait. That's ABBA.
No way.
It's ABBA.
Is it?
I think so. Because while I sing it, I can hear the group in my head. I can hear Google. I can hear the Google engine running right now.
It's Neil Diamond. Shut up.
I think ABBA did it.
It's Neil Diamond.
What song about ABBA am I thinking of? Then?
I don't know.
Yeah, damn it! I'm gonna have to Google engine something. I'll do it later.
Random fact number 843: the Amityville Horror is based on the alleged experiences of the Lutz family, who bought a new home at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, a house where a mass murder had been committed the year before. Yay! I'm just saying, I don't have a lot of plans for the 6-year-old.
Why you gotta be so rude?
There goes a rude card going off. And sure beats hanging out by myself and watching Hulu. I appreciate interacting with actual adults and Mark.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, so here's the deal.
ABBA song is Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me get back to our regular schedule program here. Okay.
Personal Jesus. Depeche Mode. Sweet Caroline.
Caroline. Doo, doo, doo. Reginald, Depeche Mode is like one of the best bands ever. Saw them in concert in 1989. That's how old I am.
I was 5 years old. Depending on the month. I could have only been 4.
Depeche Mode, the Violator tour, they came here to the Civic Center to do a practice show. And I actually went and saw it. I actually got to meet Depeche Mode. The place I was working at the time, Seville Quarter, they came in to eat. Factoids, non-haunt related. Deal with it. What's an ABBA?
Jeez.
Well, from Mark, it doesn't. I had to read who said that, and I saw Mark. I'm like, yeah. Mark ABBA is an awesome band, dude. Dancing Queen. See, Chuck's rambling them off here for you. Chuck loves ABBA. I'm never growing up. Me either. Danny loves ABBA.
It's kind of meant to be a warm-up show to lead into haunt season. I gotcha. Well, we'll be here every freaking... Well, I can't even say every. We'll be here 3 nights a week at some point for the foreseeable future.
We think.
Until I break something.
Until every picture we get sent is nothing but crotch ass. Science says if I can get more guests, I'll make my season longer. Science, in the haunt industry, you can't run out of guests. We just need to get more guests.
We don't even have guests, man. You guys are our guests.
Yeah, you're all the guests. See, there you go. James, that's perfect. See y'all again. Mark, Dancing Queen is by the A-Teens. The hell you say? Don't be listening to the A-Teens. Why the hell are you listening to the 18s, Mark? That's not good. Oh my God. Chuck says we've been on an hour. I think Chuck's over our crap.
All right, Keith, take it easy, man.
Keith, thanks, man.
Good luck on the
Thanks for,
YouTubes. I saw your live. I actually didn't get to see it live. I saw the replay of it, but it's pretty entertaining.
Here. Max says, "Hey, I never said thank you for sharing my video on the haunts is opening."
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Of course.
Yeah, dude, that's what it's all about.
Hey, we got to see it behind the scenes, so of course I was going to share it.
Hell yeah. Science says, "I'm totally fine with dropping a random fact every time someone plays a shout out science card." Well, now you're just going to have to do it all the time. Sure wish I could like that comment, but chat keeps scrolling up. I hate Facebook.
Well, the issue is if you're not here, then somebody plays it. You know, it's a whole thing. We'll just make it an unwritten rule.
Reginald 18, I don't think is a K-pop band, but I might be wrong. God. Wait a minute. God bless America. It was. I hate how this chat works. I'm gonna throw up. Mark says it was time I was alive and the girls in 18 were so hot. There we go. God, LOL. Kyle says the tent was fun going up today. Love the 20 by 40.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Zach has a book now button. That's kind of cool.
Nick does.
Yeah, the 18s is an old group. That's people that listen to the 18s were like literally the people that didn't understand that those were somebody else's original songs, and they went to Kmart one day and said, "I'm going to buy this thing from the 18s."
Oh, speaking of cool stuff,
Smart.
Dropping the link to some super cool stuff right now.
Oh, Lord have mercy. We're dropping links.
www period hauntersanon period .com.
Step right up, folks, and go to Hunters Anonymous. You can also go to HuntersAnonymous.com, thanks to James. But Hunters Anon is actually building. There's more stuff coming. I just added Radio Dolos today. Radio Dolos works on your phone and on browsers, Mac and Windows, and Chromebook. There's about 32 songs. I think you'll like them. Everybody's favorite song is at the top of the list. So go to HuntersAnon.com or HuntersAnonymous.com.
And you didn't even plug the merch.
Oh my God! Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, the merchandise store is actually operational and it's working fine. So if you go to HuntersAnon.com for the low price of $19.95 plus shipping and handling, I'm kidding. But yeah, there's some cool stuff on the website now. There's merchandise. There's Radio Dolos. The podcasts are on there. Place for the home haunters to put their information. So spread the words.
Dude, tell me about the shower curtains, right? Those things are freaking awesome. There's a clock. Wait, is the clock on there? I don't even remember.
Yes. And the deal is we had a lot more merchandise on the store. There was like 3 times the amount. But
dude.
The shipping providers wouldn't.
Yeah. Annoyance right there alone. Mark has a backpack. The backpack apparently is very sturdy. They did send him the wrong color, but this was like height of pandemic shutdown, so kind of surprised that he got it at all. And what else was it? Oh, so we got these insanely awesome shoes that I designed, but we can't get them yet.
Yeah, like I said, that the store had about 3 times the amount, if not more. But James carefully went through and only left the stuff that can actually ship in like a reasonable time, like 3, 5, 7 business days. Everything else was like either couldn't be shipped or it was like 300 years or something. So, and just know, because we've said this before when we first opened the store and we shut it down for a while, but the prices that you see there are very close to like wholesale or whatever it's called. You know, it's not much of a markup, and we have no say on the shipping.
Zero say on the shipping, actually. But the shipping's not even that bad. The only time the shipping is stupid is like when you buy something that it's not even listed anymore. It was the stickers. The shipping on the stickers was dumb.
Yeah, the stocking, right? How about that? And hopefully we'll have a few more logo style designs. But for right now, we think it's a pretty good cavalcade of fun things. So anyway, if you decide to order something, of course, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We keep track of every single order that goes through to be sure that it is fulfilled on a timely manner. So,
And even if you have zero interest in this clock, go ahead and look. Open up the picture and look at the picture. This is Mike designed this clock face, right? It fits so well.
That clock face, yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I would say there's about at least 4 hours, maybe 5, of work in that, and every one of those candy corns that denotes a minute was very painstakingly put in the right place. So yeah, zoom in on that clock. It was a lot of fun.
There's what do you mean? There's a few, Maximus, there's a few shirts that go up to 5X. It depends on which style it is. But I know there was at least 1 or 2 that go up. Well, that one goes up to 3X. That one's for kids. maybe the 5X one's not up there. The hoodie goes up to 5X.
Yeah, Science put the link for the clock up there, I guess for some reason. Yeah, the clock was a definite labor of love to try and get all that stuff to fit exactly as a clock. There was no template from the company to work with. It was a hoot, but it's very cool. I'm glad it's actually done. The interesting thing is it's scalable. Yeah, if there was a different size clock. Danny and Mark are still on 18s. I'm not even going to read what they're saying because I don't know. I can't even imagine wasting time talking about the 18s, but that's okay. When you could listen to ABBA. Max says he can get it. So, dude, James, so I thought like a lot of the shirts and stuff were like multiple sizes.
Yeah, the one that's on there only goes to 3X though.
Oh shoot! Really? Damn it! Yeah, Max. Like I said, that store was about 3 times bigger. So many things. It was just like ridiculous that James just plucked the stuff that literally we didn't want y'all to have to wait forever, or they just ended up temporarily stopping placing orders, and it's just like, well, Mark, I'm talking about the 18s because I can't believe people are talking about the 18s. I have to say the word 18 to actually be amazed that people are talking about them. Dude, you need to just, Mark, go listen to ABBA.
I don't even know who they are, so I'm not getting involved in this conversation.
Who, 18s or ABBA?
18s.
God.
Hey, Max, I feel you, buddy. I'm right there with you, man. Don't worry about it.
18's like going to Walgreens and they were at the checkout line for $2. That's what the 18s was.
I didn't listen to that kind of music, so.
Right. Max, it's not your fault. You're fat, dude. I'm sorry that the shirts don't go up any higher. They used to. There's other ones that you.
I'm gonna scour that website one more time to see if there's anything that I can get done.
Yeah, because I mean, now the interesting thing is also not that I mean I'd rather y'all go to the website because it's a bit cleaner, but I was able to set the shop up on Facebook as well. So the main Facebook page, if you scroll down a little bit, has the shop. I'm still tweaking it, but it's really better just to go straight to the website because if you do click on one of the things on the Facebook page, the shop on the Facebook page, I've set it to actually send you over to the website to check out because I really don't trust Facebook security, quite honestly, but that's just me. Little Debbie is my girlfriend. Max, don't feel bad, man. I went to Walmart, I think, twice in the past week and a half, and both times I bought like a family pack of chocolate chip cookies. The first one's been gone. The second one I just ate a whole row right before the stream. Mark says you managed to say 18 3 times in one sentence. That's impressive. Well, Mark, we all know I got a really big mouth and I got a lot of wind in me, so I could probably say 18s 500 times before the sentence is complete. But in all seriousness, Mark, you need to go listen to ABBA. ABBA. ABBA.
I think you're entering a code on the Nintendo.
Jump, hit, strike. Reginald says, don't forget about the Heart Attack Grill. If you're 350 pounds and over, you get a free meal. God damn.
And then $600,000 hospital bill.
Shoot. I'd probably order a hoodie, but it's too hot in Florida. Oh, sorry, James.
I've never been to Heart Attack. I've seen it on TV like numerous times, but no Dunkaroos. Oh man, I tried for years to put on weight. Really, like 10 to 15 years trying to put on weight, couldn't do it. But one pandemic and quarantine put on 40 pounds. Oh.
Well, Mark, once you probably started crawling around, Disney's cubby holes, you probably started losing weight pretty fast.
The Keebler is keeping me company.
Danny, don't sing ABBA through the houses, because if y'all finally get me to go back to Halloween Horror Nights and you're seeing ABBA,
you got to do something to entertain yourself while you're looking at the set decorations.
Well, I'm going to social distance myself from Danny. The Keebler is keeping me company. That's funny. Max, the cookies I bought were great value. I didn't even go for the gusto. I just was like, oh, here's a family pack of chocolate chip cookies for $2.50. Yay. Max, I'm to bed. I appreciate the love. Have a great Max, man, thank you so much. You have a great night. Sleep well. We'll see you again. Okay, man?
Yeah, Max. Appreciate you, man.
I'm going to say that's a lie, that I will love it.
All right, Pile, man. You take it easy, too. What, does Ohio have a bedtime?
They probably do. Night, Pile. Thanks, man. We'll see you again. Danny is getting shipping information, such and such and such and such. Yeah, Science, dude. Friday night stream. We noticed you weren't there, which is cool because you were doing things. But it was an awesome stream. Thanks for putting up something as a donation. That stream was completely just through the roof. It was fantastic.
Oh, you want to see the banner I made up for the sponsors? Because you were on it. But you didn't get to see it because you weren't here.
Yeah, Science, he made a really cool banner and everything. You weren't even here.
Boom.
I'm playing with you.
But no, thank you.
Says, no, you're one of those people that goes to the haunted houses just singing songs at haunters. Reginald, knowing Danny, probably true. Wait, Mark said, I just realized it's 10:30 in the real time zone. Y'all are up late for Sunday.
Well, we don't usually go 2 hours on Sundays. We're usually only like an hour on a Sunday.
Is it? I thought we've been going like 2 hours every stream except Friday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are Max and Pyle going to bed together? Science, I'll let you ask them that question yourself there. 4 a.m. drive time for Pyle. Whew. Danny says, Reginald, no, but I will in order to annoy Mark and MD. Oh, Science has already listened to it. Cool.
Fantastic.
And he says, good job on the banner.
I literally just put pictures on the stream.
Yeah, the way you said that was they're like, I'm in danger. That's what I thought we were getting toward. Yeah, Friday's stream was just amazing. And like James said, snagging in $400 in an hour and 45 minutes was just so phenomenal. I mean, everybody was just so amazing. And it was a fantastic stream in general. So, and then having Vic on to explain everything was so much appreciated. I'm pretty sure Mark would drink enough alcohol to not be able to hear you sing through a house, Danny. And I'm pretty sure that Mark is just tall enough, more than me, that I'll put Mark in between me and you, and he'll just block the sound. Especially as he's screaming in a drunk voice, shut the hell up. I would laugh.
Jeez. I don't think I'll be able to make it to this meeting.
How can you brush up on the 18s when it's literally just ABBA? Why don't you just brush up on ABBA? Let's put the 18s out of their misery and just, you know.
Again, I don't even know.
If
You know what
looked
we
it
need
up,
to
you'd be
do?
like,
We need to
"I don't
turn
know."
this into a radio show unrelated to haunted stuff after Halloween.
That's 90% of the time we're doing it now.
That's what I mean, but we could have like actual topics and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I say go for it. If Science can, like, you know, his season lasts for 2.5 days, I think we could like change ours up.
He goes for 2.5 days.
Season's over. Haunt's begun. No more cookies for you.
It's a really weird human centipede.
Okay. I don't see why not. I mean, I don't see why not. We could just have like a separate podcast. I mean, I could even do a separate podcast on the website, believe it or not. Thanks, you know I'm playing with you. We know you love you.
The Mike and James show.
Yeah.
Every afternoon from 3:45 to 4.
Cornelius wants to remind you to go show science behind the scare some love.
Pure unadulterated bliss. 13 minutes of it would be me literally just saying the F-bomb over and over.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Everybody's getting in their freaking cards right now. Stream's gonna end in a
Obviously.
minute.
Oh, I mean, obviously, we may be doing that like in mid-October with all these idiot haunts opening up, creating super spreader events, getting everybody else shut down.
Yep.
You played the rude card, and why'd you play it? Yeah, yeah. If anybody here is going, I mean, man, if you go into a haunt and you walk up to it and there's like literally people like 2 inches from each other, I just would hope somebody would turn around. James, do you have the stream link? I think Mark wants to buy.
Hold on. He wants to do one of his craziness.
Danny wants to trade in all of her rude cards.
No substitutions.
No refunds. Take what you want, eat what you take. Or else some night y'all are going to get 6 of them. Well, that's fine. No different. Mark just ragged on Danny so hard. That was so funny. I'll reread that. Or else some night y'all are going to get 6 of them in a row rude. And then Mark says no different than when you're in. Oh, Jesus.
Random fact number 321. In Scotland, young girls often get hung wet sheets in front of a... What? Young girls often hung wet sheets in front of a fire on Halloween, hoping to see images of their future husbands. Were their future husbands like firefighters?
I would say Freddy Krueger.
Oh, Mark's crushing dreams.
No Skuska, whatever. So like, damn it. See, there's rude number 2 or 3, Danny.
Reginald
make Mark
Cornelius
right.
wants to recognize all of the dreams Mark has crushed.
Never mind, that was Reginald that was crushing dreams.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the season goes, but I'd be all about maybe we could do like you say, like a radio show, maybe do 1 or 2 nights a week and make them really concise.
Yeah.
And then have a set time frame, like an hour or hour and a half or because oddly enough, how we do our podcast, I can set up an entirely separate podcast.
And we can easily set up another Facebook page.
Yeah, in an instant. That is for sure.
Oh man, Mark is digging deep tonight, man. Jeez.
Lord, it must be all the rain they're getting in their area that's making them all hyped up crazy.
I crushed dreams. I had to leave my chair. I'm tired.
Wait a minute. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I mean, I think here it's actually the weather change. Plus, I did get up at 6 o'clock to beat all the crazy people to get gas in Walmart. Reginald said, Mark, if you ever get that card again, do not make it repeat moist over and over and over again. I don't understand. Danny says, if I crush dreams, I have to leave my chair.
Mark said that to Danny.
Oh my God. I don't know this technology. I hate Facebook so much. So let's go to Science. Science says, hey, I've been throwing around this idea. December 2nd, a stream with all the streamers and podcasters together. They could all share to their own page. If so, I would ask you two to be the moderators. Thoughts? I'm totally down for that, but oh my God, how many enemies we're going to make.
You want us to moderate other people, huh? All right.
Oh my Jeebus. Science, James, I'm all about it. I think that would be probably like funnier than Wait a minute. When is the second charity stream? That's not on the second, is it?
No.
No. 18th, I think. Science, make that happen. Make it so. I'm making the Picard gesture with my fingers. Make it so.
Make it so.
Get scurry face on here and I'll stroke out. See, Science says the only issue is no one would remember to turn on their microphones.
Well, I wouldn't turn mine off.
I can't turn my mouth off. Why would I turn my mic off?
Well, I mean, that's essentially what the Halloween party was supposed to be, was everybody on at one time.
Yeah.
Halloween party's not looking too solid right now, though, I got to tell you.
Because there's no event page?
No, because there's nobody interested and everybody's busy.
Oh, it's on a Friday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll do it, and the people that show up are probably the regulars, and they'll have a good time. So
yeah, it'll just be another Friday.
Yeah, it's an experiment. Why not? At least we can say that, we tried. Cool. All right, Science, get to work on that. Make it so. Picarding this. Make it so. And I said Picard, not Bacardi. Danny and Mark. Haha. Weird joke. What to call it? I don't know. If it was Friday night, I have all kinds of swear words I could use, but it's not. Halloween party streamers? That literally sounds like a drug, dude.
It sounds like a literal decoration you would put up.
Yeah, or something that's like purple that people snort up their noses. Not ragging you, but Halloween party streamers. Third Aisle Spirit Halloween. I don't know. You got some time to think about it. Maybe we could help. Call it something. Not sure about HPS though. Oh, now I made it sound like a venereal disease. That's not good.
Oh, Sundays.
Sundays, fun days. Chat and chill and ramble, bamble. Meow, meow, meow. I think one of these, I'm just literally, that's going to be the event description. I'm just going to say meow, 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 from 8 to 9:30 Central. The night before Halloween. Hey, Lloyd.
The night before Halloween.
Danny, your spirit store hasn't opened yet? Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean it's supposed to open even though you're having a hellstorm? Clean up on aisle 113. That's what's going to end up happening during this.
I mean, not to go too bold-faced or anything, but you could always do science behind the stream.
Oh, okay. Now don't anybody take this the wrong way, especially you, Science, because it's just how my brain works. Sorry that Spirit Halloween's not open, Danny, but you said Science behind the stream, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be a trip to the urologist. Sorry, sorry, Danny. M can't go. I don't understand. It's like the mid-September. Like a lot of other Spirit Halloweens are already open. Lloyd is saying the party the night before Halloween again. Lloyd, what you mean? We're going to have a party of sorts on October 2nd, but it's probably going to be real low key because
Everybody's busy.
everybody's busy. Parks are open. People are working. So. Now, excuse me. We're going to do a live stream on Halloween night, but not like this. James is going to set up the ability for anybody that wants to live stream their own video from trick-or-treating, and we're going to post it on the page, but we're not going to be really commentating on it. I mean, you'll probably hear me eating all the damn candy, but
I probably won't be on microphone. I might be on in the chat on my phone outside.
yeah. I'm thinking of a method when I'm on my porch that I can have like a small screen out there I can watch. But yeah, Halloween night, which is Saturday, the idea is that we can have up to 100 video streamers at a time. Because James has set it up so awesomely like that. So anybody that wants to show Halloween trick-or-treating working.
Yeah, Lloyd.
Yeah, like your scare cam. Exactly like the scare cam. We just want to make it a really big event. But like I said, James and I won't be really super monitoring chat or anything. I mean, we may try, but it depends on how many trick-or-treaters I get to my house or how jacked up I am on candy by the time it all starts. I'm going to be like, I can't watch nothing. I've had stickeritis. Y'all can watch me eat 300 pizza rolls.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be probably a pretty slow year for our neighborhood anyway, so I'll probably just be sitting in the... I actually could probably join the call on my phone. And then just use my headphones, but I don't know, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all, I mean, the ability is there. Just set it up. And I mean, it'd be nice if everybody could join in at about the same time so you're not having to, well, I guess you could accept people.
Yeah. I would prefer that the cameras be set up prior.
Yeah. So Danny says, now my plan on Halloween night is a local drive-through trick-or-treat thing until about 6:30. Then we will be home. I'll probably just be sipping Captain and Coke. That whole paragraph sounded like a country song.
Yeah. Do they not trick or treat in your
Lanai?
Yeah, condo, whatever it is?
I had to say it. Hey, Danny, what's so a drive-through trick or treat? You know what, Danny? Thank you for not calling it trunk or treat.
Well, trunk or treat's different though. It's a drive-through. You're just driving through.
Yeah, but
so it could totally be like Screaming Streams daytime drive-through trick or treat.
Danny, I swear to you, you better not spend money at Screaming Stream. Hell ever. It does, Lloyd. It's like a trunk or treat. See, thank you.
As long as it's free, I don't care. I don't think they should be charging kids for trick-or-treating events. I always feel that way.
No, I agree. No, they shouldn't. I agree. I think it's ludicrous. But of course we've gone on and on about that. Danny says you don't get a single trick or treater. Well, because they can't get to the back of your place on the lanai. Danny said I just saw the local flyer for it yesterday. Going to find out more info ASAP. Danny, if they have a Facebook page, let us know. Mark says probably will take Halloween off this year and take Ellie to trunk or treat and send all the pics to MD. Jeez, dude. Yeah, the fact that you'll have a little bit, taking them getting some treats, taking them to get some treats. That's, you know what? I'll allow the trunk or treat. I'll allow it. I'm doing the Picard motion for that. I'll allow it. I think you should set up for trick or treat. I think you should decorate your house at least, but
Seriously. Do it for Johnny, man.
At 11 o'clock Eastern, we're going to get a message from Mark, and he's at that haunted place in the bar with Ellie. Look at my baby. Ah! Why'd your baby out this late at night at a bar? What the hell's wrong with you, Mark?
There's so many contests to win tickets to go to Scream and Scraps. I think they're literally just giving tickets to people now at this point.
Danny, if you just show up, they'll let you in for free.
Seriously.
Dude, Danny, get yourself, what you want to do now, get yourself a camera. If you don't have a camera, like not your phone, take a cardboard box and paint it to look like a camera. And just drive up there and wave it at them like, I'm here for a preview. And they'll let you in.
Oh, God. An old box of Booberry. Just pretend it's a camera.
Just get yourself a paper towel roll. And just don't even paint it. Just wave it. And I was like, this is a telescope camera. Oh, are you here for a preview? Yes. Okay, go in.
Wow, that sentence is really weird. Out of context.
What, Lloyd? Lloyd's? Build it and they will come.
I need my inhaler, actually.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Oh, crap. I don't even know where they are.
Oh, that's not good. Well, you only have 8 more minutes and you can go peruse the whole house. I think that, Danny, I think you and Mark should make, how do you enter to win a Scream and Whatnot ticket? Is it like by email?
No, I think you just have to sneeze on your phone.
Ka-choo! I've given my phone COVID. Did I win a ticket? I think I'll figure out how you enter, and then I'll tell you how to game the system. Y'all can win like 20 tickets. Science says, whenever you get a chance, shoot me a list of streamers and podcasts you think we should invite.
I think you could knock off about 3 of those.
No, this is a equal opportunity. Anon Science, Honeymooners, Scurry, Trio, Horror Happenings, Haunt Chat, Haunt Scene, Haunt Weekly. Yeah, I think you just covered it, Science.
Those are really the only ones I even know.
There's a few more. I'll look, but I'll do that, Science. Give me a day or so, and you may see the same list, but I'll shoot you ones that I know as well. I would like to include Scare Tour, but they're in the UK. The same small shop I made the video from is having a giveaway. Okay. Mark, if they let me into my haunt into the haunt, I'll be mad. Yeah. Danny says, "Ha, it's not a Friday night, James." So is Scream and Whatnot not having a contest? I know somebody that is. We can game that system. I say, though, if you do win a ticket, you should totally go. I say if you win a ticket, Danny, that you should grab Mark and go.
Oh, my God, please. And then we need to do it live from there. And you need to have it so we can yell stuff out of the phone.
I'm not even joking you. I will send you a car PA system, and you'll put it in your trunk, connect it to your phone, and I will scream things, and we will watch people run. James and I will screen things. Oh yeah, science. That's not what I meant. Yeah, I know it's worldwide. It's just the time difference. They're in such a wild time difference. So I wouldn't want to have them like have to be at like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. Danny, that's the idea of getting a free ticket. If you get kicked out, you didn't pay for it. Come on, Danny, get with it now.
That's honestly the only reason to even get a ticket is to go get kicked out.
Yeah.
Now I have to watch this stupid video.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it too bad. It would literally be like probably on the news by the time y'all were. And don't forget, you really can't get thrown out because it's one way in, one way out.
Right? You're gonna get to a point where it's like you might as well just keep going. They're gonna make you turn around.
I'm just gonna scream out, hit that big mud puddle over there, hit that big mud puddle. Whee!
Hit that puddle.
Yeah, it's not like they have like emergency exits like they would for a human. Oh, somebody's throwing up or punching people. Well, we'll just snatch them and pop them out of the side entrance. They don't have that for these things. You're just gonna have these bloody cheerleaders go like, just let them through.
Oh, somebody rear-ended that car in front of them.
Oh, just let them through. Yay! 2 chairs for the 3 actors they have working at Scream and whatnot. Yeah, it would be a totally different experience than the Pandemic Adventures, Mark, because there would have to be megaphones.
Puddle of mud.
Mark, no, the deal is if y'all got free tickets and went, you would just not want to think, oh, this is such a wonderful event, and I'm so glad I won these tickets. And then let you in and get at least a few yards so that they can't turn you around, and then just turn everything up to full blast. And
you know what?
What are we gonna do?
I hope you do win.
I'm telling you, I think we can game the system if I just know how it works. Puddle of mud. It is a muddle of pud.
That's the best description you could possibly even say for it. It's a muddle of pud.
Does the haunted whatnot? Does it have a giveaway contest? Can we get you into 2 drive-throughs to get you kicked out through the actual exit, which means you have to go through the whole thing? Because now I'm thinking this is a challenge. I'm thinking that the new challenge is for Wednesday night stream is getting Mark and Danny free tickets to the.
I don't think they're giving out free tickets because they have like the entire Orlando media behind them.
Well, so you're saying we just need to make Danny and Mark a shirt that says.
No, they like
media.
I keep yawning. I don't know. It's time.
How much is the Haunted Road? Let's do another charity stream. No, we wouldn't do a charity stream for that. We don't want to mock the charity stream. It would just be like winning you some tickets. Oh, no. I know what it is. I know. See, what it is Danny, what we do is we get a good picture of you, like a professional, like a LinkedIn account picture, and we'll make up this description, and you become like number 16 of their team. You're like, hey, my name's Danny, and I'm on your I can't even think of anything funny. Just tell them that you work there, and they'll believe it.
Yeah, there's so many people working there, they don't even know.
God, I read that Mark said, and they have like 9 actors in their Swamp Massacre, and I read that as Swamp Mascara. Sign says, seen the pictures where
oil change places let customers drive into the shop and they end up driving into the pit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. It's just gonna be mud puddles though. Yeah, Danny, we can just make you part of the Haunted Roads team because they have 16, 15 people that do absolutely nothing anyway. Gonna need a charity stream to cover damages to my car. State Farm may have seen a thing or two, but they haven't seen anything this stupid before. You know what, Mark? You should call up State Farm and ask them.
Yeah, good luck. Because they literally say, like, I have no idea. It's too hypothetical.
Mark, call up State Farm and say, look, hypothetically, if somehow I got clown makeup baked onto my catalytic converter, how much would you?
Hey, Thomas. What's up, man?
Hey, Thomas.
It's 11:01. What are we doing?
I know I'm in a different time zone, so. Well, no, we can wrap it up. It's 2 hours. I have to start working on how to get free tickets for Mark and Danny.
Literally, just ask anybody.
I would call Geico, but I respect Geico. That's who I use. I don't want to call and ask a hypothetical question, and they're like, "Well, we're dropping your coverage."
Well, damn it! I called Liberty Mutual. Liberty Bibberty.
You said they were just confused as hell, though.
Yeah, they had no idea. They're like, "What do you mean?"
Science behind this care wants to remind everyone to go like 13 skeletons.
I don't understand. Why was there a clown on your car? I wonder if y'all contacted them as Haunted Anonymous asking about media promotions. Well, we could always try it, but then they would be like, well, let's listen to one of their streams, and all of a sudden.
No, oh no, that shit's not on me.
No, it would have to be me. And they would say, where are you based out of? And I'm like,
Florida.
No, yeah, not close to. We have representatives. We have reps.
we do have an official rep in Orlando. He's done several media events for us.
Oh, that's true.
Technically not a lie.
Technically not. No, we could just do we just like Mark's Pandemic Adventures. Here's a video. They're like, oh, that's cool. And I'll be like, yeah, notice that he's wearing a mask. He's not in a car, but we can put him in a car.
And it's not safe, but neither are you.
Next thing you know, we see a video of Mark drifting through the Screaming Stream.
Breaks out the Nismo.
Whee! This is how you use your emergency brakes, people.
That clown back there with the chainsaw scared me. I'm out of here. Just kicking up rocks at everybody's car.
Orlando News would be like, yes. An unfortunate event at Scream and Stream. Clowns were knocked unconscious by rocks from a Ricer car. Yeah, Mark. Danny, I agree. I don't think they would ask too many questions. That's why I literally said, why don't you just grab a paper towel roll and just drive up there and just wave it at them and tell them it's a camera.
I saw someone behind me.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. You'd have to bring the Nismo because, quite honestly, you'd have to. If you did that, you'd have to put the Potters in the car with you because the whole event would be just the Potters that like chugging down Jaeger bombs, screaming at people.
A handle
Throwing
of
chicken
Jaeger
nuggets
gone
out.
between the entrance and exit of Screaming Stream.
Halfway through Screaming Stream, you'd have to stop because the Potters ordered $80 worth of Taco Bell in the middle of a damn swamp boat tour.
Did you see what they ordered yesterday from McDonald's?
I did.
How are they so skinny?
I don't know, but I don't get it. It's funny as hell though, because I was like going, my God.
I just don't get that Nismo wit. That'd be hilarious.
I have a weird feeling the Potters are going to probably try and do it. I have a feeling that the Potters are going to announce that, they're in one of Frank's cars doing it, and they're going to be lit. They're going to be our prime example of what happens. Jaeger bombs forever. It's just like twirling car all the way through.
Frank's gonna stop halfway through the tour to get out to take a piss. Sprinkle
Yeah.
spot.
I think I peed on a vaping clown. Danny's dad has a Honda Pilot, 3 rows of seats. We put the Potters in the back. They could do a Jaeger bombs all night. Danny, I'm telling you, if you suggest that, it's going to happen. Mark said 2 double quarter pounders, 2 Big Macs, 40 McNuggets, and 4 large fries. Yep. Yeah. Sign says another news: Florida man takes wrong turn and finds a haunted attraction. That's pretty much true. Mark says the Nismo doesn't have insurance, so it will be. I think you have to show your insurance, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember. I know you have to show.
They said
driver's
valid driver's license. I don't know if they said anything about insurance.
license. Well, there you go.
Local fisherman shoots 3 people because he heard woman screaming in the woods.
Reginald says another news: Florida man chucked an alligator out of his window at a scare actor. Quite honestly, at Screaming Stream, I think the alligator is going to be everywhere anyway, since they're in a swamp. I don't think Florida man's going to have to do anything. It's just going to be like an alligator going like, "Ooh, look at all that lunch."
Your voice kind of reminds me of Donut Operator.
What? Donut operator.
What's the
What is a donut
context?
operator? Yeah, science. What's going on here? I mean, that is funny. Although I don't know. We have to find out the context with science, and then we'll have to wind it down.
Let's see.
Are you Googling donut operator?
Yeah.
He spelled donut like Dunkin' Donuts, but
He's a YouTuber.
oh my God, Jesus. Is he really?
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today we're going to talk about
What is a YouTube?
Uh,
Did you talk about the 18?
it's a bunch of gun and police stuff. I don't know.
Donut operator is an American YouTuber who shows a police officer going over a daily life. Oh, I have seen that dude. He's kind of funny. Well, thank you. Yep.
Did MD get really quiet for anyone else?
Did I? Sorry.
I don't. It didn't
be
sound different to me.
Nope.
Let me check my cams real quick. See if anybody's creeping outside. There's a damn fox. It comes up around from our neighbor's house, comes on, walks around the side of our house, then it proceeds to walk down the entire sidewalk, following it. And like our sidewalk kind of like curves, and it's so funny the way it follows the damn sidewalk.
Well, it knows its boundaries.
Oh my God, there's so many spider webs. Every night. This is a constant struggle with these damn spiders. They're attracted to the freaking infrared.
Oh, that's probably true. Science, I'll have to watch that video that I clicked on it and I stopped it, so I will have to listen to it. I'm disappointed I haven't seen any demons in my baby cams yet.
You have to have the baby first.
Yeah.
They're attracted to the innocence.
Sign says he's always a little quiet. Am I a little quiet? I mean, am I actually quiet? I think I'm a little quieter than James when I listen to our streams, but
are you? Our audio is set exactly the same.
I mean, it's like my hair.
All right, I boosted yours a little higher than mine then. I might just have a louder voice than you.
Oh, yeah, Science says he just got extra quiet a few minutes ago.
That was Mark that said that.
Well, it just shows I do not like Facebook. Yeah, he says you're just quieter than James, but not much.
I'll turn mine down.
I know it's not like where people would have to be like straining to hear me, but there's a little bit. I've always noticed a little bit of a difference. What's funny is like if I listen with headphones, there's almost no discernible. Today said James, you're just loud.
Well, you're not wrong. I am rather loud. I have that like thunderous voice that kind of echoes.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got a big ass mouth, so. What do you mean you're also using a mic?
Yeah.
We're both using mic. James is just much nicer, more expensive than mine. I am looking into another one now. Mark says he's on headphones now. Good for you. Well, I think now that we're just really rambling and bambling, even though I know we all could talk forever, which is awesome. It's about 1:15, and James and I are both yawning, which is hilarious. Not because of y'all, but apparently we're both just exhausted. But I guess we will wind this down since we're at the 2 hour and 12-minute mark. So y'all can go to bed and enjoy your storms.
It is because of the dad voice.
Not saying I can't hear you, just that you're always a notch below James, and that's from Science. That would be the way I would describe it.
It should be a little better now, though. I brought mine down and raised yours up.
Wow. Reginald Cornelius wants to remind you to go show Science behind the scare some love.
We'll let everybody let us know how it's working on the next one.
Oh, we could turn into deer on Red Dead. Damn it! I need to go get another controller.
Mark is still ragging on Danny.
You snore on stream one time 5 months ago, and you never live it down. So I could turn into a deer, and then you can actually blow me up with dynamite, like for real. That'd be great.
All kinds of love. Science is all the love, like me. That sounds better.
No, I think he's talking about because Reginald played the Science card.
God, I'm like just not paying attention. Apparently,
Fall Guys is the reason I don't have a controller. I'm not playing Fall Guys. You get sprayed in the face and wake up someplace random. Random fact number 23. Anoka, Minnesota is believed to be the first city in the United States to put on a Halloween celebration to divert its youngsters from Halloween pranks. When Anokans awoke to find their cows roaming Main Street, their windows soaped and their outhouses tipped over, they decided something had to be done. In 1920, a Halloween parade was scheduled, and afterwards, hundreds of bags of popcorn, candy, peanuts, and other treats were given away to the children who marched in the parade. By the 1930s, it was estimated that 20,000 spectators lined the streets to watch this annual event. Nice. That was a
Awesome.
hell of a random fact.
I like it. Danny's giving away her mailing address to get her prizes. That's awesome. All right, folks. We are going to wind it down. It's now after.
Yay!
Yay! 'Cause I gotta get up and get some water, and I'm about to pass out. As always, though, thanks for everybody that stayed with us tonight on Sunday night. Y'all are fantastic as always. Danny, congratulations.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Even Primo, you should get an autograph picture from Primo. But we will definitely see y'all Wednesday. Those that are going to play the D&D, I'll let James, when I pass it over, reiterate that. But once again, everybody, thank you so much. Thanks for Friday night as well. That science, you're going to get in a lot of trouble when James reads that.
Oh, that's it. I'm taking the science card out. You're dead to me. You're dead.
Forever. And science, we'll work on the December 2nd thing. But everybody, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to pass it on to James.
I don't have a whole lot to say tonight, mostly because we've done nothing but talk the whole time about absolutely nonsense. So we'll see you guys. Well, people that are doing the D&D, I'm going to make a post about that. I'm going to say probably Tuesday. So if you want to do the D&D, plan Tuesday night to come join us for character creation. It'll be offline, like no stream. It'll just be like in a meet, so look out for
Reginald
that post.
Cornelius, ASA 35, Fiask Foy 41 G4
glitch card
and $5%.
That card is so random. You too, Science Man, for sure. So yeah, look out for the D&D post. Oh, we got another glitch card coming. Oh no, that was the same one. All right, that's it for me. I'm done. I'm rambling. It's been too much time. So
cards.
Make sure you eat the treats and don't go to any drive-through haunts.
Same for me. Everybody, have a great night and ciao.